was high. The Babe took a vicious swing at the third pitch ball, and the bat connected with a crash that was audible in all parts of the stand.
Babe Ruth hits his 60th home run in one season. Barry Bonds gets his 755th career home run. And what about Pete Rose? Beats his record for the most hits ever in Major League Baseball. Do these top hitters of all time have something they do that separates them from a lot of players today? How about others? The great Ted Williams, considered the best hitter of all time. Willie Mays. Or how about Mickey Mantle? Let's take a look.
And he had everything. The thing I liked about him is his hands. He kept them low, but he got a bounce on them. When he got a bounce, they came up a little bit. Not as high as a lot of guys. They didn't come up to the shoulder.
As these ESPN commentators noticed, Ted Williams' hands were low. But so are Willie Mays, Pete Rose, Mickey Mantle, Barry Bonds, Babe Ruth. They all have their hands very low and loaded in a position that keeps their bat on a level plane with the ball. Let's look at Barry Bonds and Babe Ruth side by side. Their hands are low, and they get to the top of the strike zone, and that bat drives straight across, as almost if it's going across a desk, right across the plane of the ball. That's what all the great hitters have in common, low hands. Coaching for several years in fastpitch softball, I've noticed that some of my best hitters that have been on my teams have all had low hands. That made me look into and do some research, and finding that some of the great baseball players of all time had the same type of swing. So maybe it's a little hidden softball and baseball secret to get those hands lower.
Last one, which sailed over for a called strike. The next was high. The Babe took a vicious swing at the third pitch ball, and the bat connected with a crash that was audible in all parts of the stand. While the crowd cheered and the Yankee players roared their greeting, the Babe made his triumphant, almost regal tour of the paths. And when he embedded his spikes in the rubber disc to officially homer 60, hats were tossed in the air, papers were torn up and tossed liberally, and the spirit of celebration permeated the place.